Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Fate Strange Fake episode 7 reaction. Right, the previous episode we made an alliance. So Enkidu, Richard and the assassin and that lancer guy, all of us are in a small little alliance where we are going to be dealing with I'm assuming they were meaning the rider, because it is something like of a very like unknown entity, like nobody knows. It's like some weird type of thing, which Enkidu said that if it gets mixed in the Grail, it'll be the end of humanity. um so we'll be dealing with that and the mud. The I'm guessing that's Al Qaeda is like that thing. So we will be dealing with those two. So up until that point, the alliance will hold, and then I'm guessing we'll probably be enemies again. But for now, this is the group, and yeah, we also got a little bit more of Richard there. A little bit, like a little bit of a dream we saw with Saint Germain, and then we also had Ayaka and Richard coming to a little bit of a, I guess you could say, like an agreement that Ayaka kind of apologized. She was like, I'm sorry for kind of acting like that up until now, and all those things we saw. Right, so things are going well. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let us get started. Now I'll be putting the timer over here, no subtitles because my channel was affected, and from here onwards I'm not going to be putting the subtitles just in case. So putting the timer here, sync it to the original video that you'll be watching alongside the timer, and watch it alongside my reaction. And yeah, let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What? Snowprice Thermal Power Station? Oh, this is that character in the opening. Another master. I can see the command spells. Is that a servant? From our clan. Oh, what the? Oh, wait, is this? Oh, damn, it's her. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, why does she look like that? Okay, so she's supposed to be her servant. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Wait, so what is she then? I was assuming she's supposed to be sacrifice magecraft. Yeah. Right. Okay. There you go. Ishtar. All of you human. Okay. Okay. So what is she supposed to be? The machine is supposed to be her servant. Then why did her memories flow into her? Also, good question. Why does she look like an iceberg? Another thing, the Einsburn that we saw at the beginning, who has some connection with Ayaka, is that supposed to be this character? Like, I can kind of make a guess as to why she looks like an Einsburn. It's probably because that's her vessel. Because, gods and goddesses cannot directly come to the, like, cannot be called or summoned. They need a vessel. Same thing happened in Babylonia as well for Ishtar. Okay, I'll talk about this later in the discussion section. But yeah, there's still a few questions I have that they'll probably answer. Hmm? Oh yeah, he has to report to him. Forgot about that. Well, oh Lord, come on, tell him that Enkidu is also there in your alliance. Yeah. I'm actually the heroic spirit. Oh, oh Lord. Uh, who? Who's Chaplin? Charlie Chaplin? Yeah. What? Hey yo. Okay. Right. Okay. That. No one can. Yeah. They cannot see them, I guess. I can. I cannot believe that we said that. Yeah, makes sense. Everyone knows Charlie Chaplin. I think. Damn. Hmm. Well, okay, what is your name? Yeah, good question. Sigma. Ah. Wait, what was her name? Uh, what the? What is this? Oh, hey, Jason. Ah, damn. Yep. Jason loved Heracles. Bruh. Yeah. Well, play Lost Well 5. You'll realize. Hmm. There you go. Alright. Oh, so she's here. Okay, I need to check the previous episode. That girl who's connected to Aka, is that and this homunculus the same? Oh no, probably not. This. Well, Yep, there you go. Okay, so this is a different homunculus. Oh God, you said that. Yep, indeed she is. Well, he doesn't like gods and goddesses, so you know. Oh damn. Oh damn. Hey. Yeah. Oh, okay. So she is not her servant. Okay. But why did her memories flow into her then? And she's protecting her as well. Oh, wait, what? This whole place is transforming? Oh, damn. What is going on? Alright, he brings out the FGO enemies again. Great. Hey! Almost crushed her. Oh, Lord. Composite artwork. But she's a goddess, so you know. Right. With a leg. Oh, okay. Bring out your servant. Your actual servant. Okay, yeah. Where is that Hallery Volzak? What? Oh, so Philia. Okay, so she calls us a Philia. Whoa. Oh, those are all made of arrows. Crazy. Ah, she's fine. Okay, there you go. Yeah, her servant is there with her. I'm pretty sure. Or wait, was that her? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, so that's Berserker. The Yeah, I was wondering. That's the true Berserker, I'm assuming. I do wonder what the true identity is. Uh, he's a little bit shy, you know. Yeah. Uh, I was talking to my servant. Okay. Mm. Oh yeah, he still isn't part of our alliance. Hmm. Okay. Well, it's a ceasefire. We're not becoming allies or anything, but you know. Hmm. Who? Hmm. Oh boy. He reminds me of Charles Babbage a little bit from FGO. Like a mechanical, but he has like a tail. Oi. Yeah. True. Order. Okay. Wrap up the battle between them. Yeah. Damn. Wait. So that's the place that she was in? That hot air balloon or whatever? Oh, bruh. Oh, that's what you said at the end. Hmm. Oi! Is this Faldius? Oh no! This guy came out over here. Ah, you're. Yep. Oh, there we go. He's here. Bruh. Deceiving the texture. Wow. Mm. Yeah, he did this before as well with Gilgamesh and. From a farm out, the crowd called a deep. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Damn. Oh, here, there she is. Who the? Oh, okay. Bucky. Quadrant. Hmm. Uh. Oh. Oh. Is he? Okay, he's spilling everything. There you go. Okay. Okay, now he's properly allied with them. Alright, Faldius messed up this time, I feel like. As soon as he ordered. he like like offered the hand instead of taking Richard's hand. Okay. I guess technically he isn't really like going completely against Faldius, but as soon as he saw that Faldius doesn't trust him like that, he was like, all right, then why should I keep that a secret in front of the people who are genuinely trying to make a like forge a trust with me. All right, and there you go. That was today's episode. Episode number 7. Now, few things to talk about here. First and foremost, we met a new master today. Wait, what was her name? No. Okay, I forgot her name. What the hell? It was something with H, right? Okay, I cannot find her name, but it was something like Hal Halri or something. Anyways, um, that okay. Should I just check? Wait a minute. Otherwise, it'll be difficult for me to like properly talk about. Uh, Fate, Strange, Fate, Halri or something like that. Halri, yeah, right? Okay, Halri. Now, Halri, her servant is supposed to be this mechanical like thing, but at the same time, somehow she has kind of like attracted the attention of Philia, which like I kind of mentioned it before, but it's pretty obvious who she is. So, one thing, where have I heard this name before? Philia. This name seems extremely familiar to me. Philia. Maybe it's from some other show. I don't know. But the name Philia seems so familiar to me. It's just bothering me so much. Uh, all right. Anyways, yeah. So now the thing is, okay, I kind of already mentioned it, so I feel like it doesn't matter. I'm just going to use her true name. Like because I'm pretty sure that's her. Ishtar. So Ishtar, like, so now the question is that what, like, she said that she's not a master or a servant, which is pretty obvious. Like I said, at first I thought she was supposed to be Halri's servant, and then she said that, oh yo, like, make a contract with your servant, which was that mechanical thing. So she's not her servant, but she's more of a third party. Like, but then why did she get summoned here? And like what's going on? That's the question. uh so I don't know. Like, then what is she then? Like, why was she summoned here? You know what? I guess we'll get our answers later, but it's pretty like obvious who she is. That's why I'm just using her true name here. Now she talks about how, and there were a few hints today where you can kind of decipher, not decipher, but you can kind of understand who she might be, or at least where she comes from, when she kind of touches Philia's face, not Philia, sorry, Halri's face. uh, a like bunch of memories kind of flow into her. This is also bothering me. Why did her memory flow into her, unless until they're connected somehow? Because master servants, that's how the memories of the servant transfer to the master, like through dreams and all that. Okay, yeah, so she grabs her face, and you can see from the backgrounds they're showing like Babylonia basically, and the sky and everything. So yeah, that is Ishtar. However, instead of in Babylonia, instead of Tosaka Rin being her vessel over there, she became the vessel. No, sorry, she inhabited the vessel of this Einsbern homunculus, who I'm assuming whose name is Philia. That's why she called herself Philia. So at first I was thinking if this is supposed to be the same character at the beginning, of Ayaka, like the one who Ayaka was thinking about, and the one we saw in the very beginning few episodes. I don't think it is, because she mentioned how this homunculus in particular didn't have any type of like it was empty, so it was easier for her to inhabit it. But that character we saw, she was like walking down the street, and she had a prior connection to Ayaka, so it's not that homunculus. Um, so right. Either way, yeah. So this is Philia, the goddess, as she calls herself, Ishtar. Now, she also is protecting Harley as well. She's also kind of interested in Harley, I'm assuming, otherwise, she wouldn't like accompany her to this whole thing. She did mention, however, that if you said that you want to, kill these people here, then you'd be a mage, and I don't want any connection with mages. I would have killed you. Um, so that's another thing. Right. Now it's pretty obvious. It says extremely strong because, like, come on, she's supposed to be a goddess. Even though she is inhabiting like a homunculus, still, like, like she has like divine power and all that. Like, she will be like a tad bit higher ranked on the power scale of everything in this world. I think she will probably be on a similar level to Enkidu and Gilgamesh. Um, Probably not higher than them, but yeah. Oh, I just realized. Oh, this will be hilarious when she meets Enkidu and Gilgamesh. Oh no, I never thought about that. I guess I did think about that before, but I forgot about that completely. Like, yeah, I think I did mention this. Gilgamesh, oh my god, she probably hates Gilgamesh because, like, there has been certain like, prior problems with her, Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Uh, right, and with the whole Gugulana thing and everything. Oh boy, this will be funny to see them interact. Oh god, oh lord. All right, anyways, so yeah, that's what's happening here now. So yeah, there you go, that was Philia. And she is like just doing her thing, while we have Halri, who has summoned this mechanical, like, servant. Like, now obviously I don't like, I'm assuming that is like the servant's form. um so the question is, so it's supposed to be a berserker. The question is, who is this? What's the true name of this berserker? um the, like, like, she from FGO, this kind of character design, I feel like only one character is very similar to this type of character design, which is Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage has this mechanical steampunk style, like a body. So I do wonder what this is. Like, this thing has like a tail, you can see. It looks more like a, those dragon, not dragon, I would say, but those dragons which which are like, which can stand in like two legs like this with a tail. What are those called? I don't know, but it kind of looks like that. Also, it seems like this creature is something that is pretty, like, surprising. Francesca reacted in a very surprising way. You remember when she was eating the popcorn, she sees the servant and it drops from her hand, and she's like, the popcorn drops from her hand, and she's like laughing and everything. And we know how she's always fascinated by very, like, like unexpected outcomes. That's what she said as well. She was like, I kept Halri as just like a backup or whatever, but damn, she ended up summoning something very interesting. So I'm assuming there's something more to this servant that we see. So it should be interesting to get to know what the true name is of this character. We'll probably get to see that later. Yeah, but for now, this is supposed to be the berserker. Okay, so looking, you know what? Let me just go and look at this creature properly. Have a proper visual on it. So you can see it has like fingers, but it also has like a hoof type of thing. This tail, and obviously hands, and there's like a halo type thing. Okay, you know what? Like, this creature, like I said, it kind of reminds me of Charles Babbage, but there's another thing this thing reminds me of: Artemis. If you remember Lost World 5, right? Yeah. This looks like Artemis, right? a lot. You know, the from outer space, that Artemis. Yeah. You know what? Wait a minute. Let me check. Lost Spell 5 Artemis. It's been a while. I've kind of forgotten how that Artemis looked like. Artemis. Okay, so yeah, it. Okay, so it looked kind of. It looks like Lost Spells 5 Artemis looks like a lot like a bow, like towards the bottom end. The up end, yeah, it does kind of look like it a little bit. Um, I'm assuming it will be something similar to that. Like I said, Francesca was very surprised looking at it. So there must be something special about this thing. Either way, let's wait and see. They'll probably reveal who it is. Right now, yeah. So there you go. That is Halri. Now Halri at the end, you can see when confronted with that guy. What was his name? From the Scardio family. She got shot at the arm, and then she was going to use a command spell. But before using the command spell, in comes Francesca's servant, which is just Francesca, I guess, comes in and says that, oh, by the way, guys, I love all of you. I love mages, I love humans, I love servants, I love masters. So yeah, I don't want you guys to just kill yourself in this situation in itself. So I'm going to put you guys in an illusion to try to prolong this whole thing as much as I can. So yeah, there you go. He did this before as well. As soon as soon as there's like a situation where it ends up being like, oh, they're having like a standoff and they're going to end up destroying themselves. You know, with Enkidu, Gilgamesh, and not Enkidu, sorry, Hippolyta, Gilgamesh, and what's his name, Alcades. That situation as well. He just inserted himself over there and he was like, ah, stop, guys, I don't want you guys to just destroy each other. It's barely the start, you know, so just prolong this thing. And did the same thing over there as well. Here as well, I'm assuming Francesca realized that things are going to go in a very bad direction, and they're probably like there will be some casualties here, so let's just like interrupt here and stop them from doing it. Right. You know, it's like it's pretty funny because the thing is, you know how not only anime but you know most type of shows or stories or whatever, they have like a few episodes at the beginning where they like introduce characters. You know, like, oh, this is the first character and this is the second character, and we get like a little bit of attached story with them and everything. And those episodes are usually a lot slower because they're introducing their characters, and then it picks up. You know, when everyone has been introduced and everything, then the story picks up as we go towards the goal of the story or whatever, like the main plot. um we are in that situation here, and Francesca's like, while they're introducing themselves, because you know we still haven't gotten introduced properly to everything in this world, she's like, we cannot let like a few of the cast members just kill each other and just get out of the story in itself. We need to keep them in at least until everyone has been introduced properly, and then the major battle starts. So the introduction hasn't even ended. Already Gilgamesh, Alcides, and Hippolyta were just on the verge of killing each other. Same with this today's situation as well. So she's interfering and stopping them. They're like, nope, stop. The story hasn't even started. You know, let everyone introduce themselves and everything, and then you can do this part. So yeah, there you go. That's what's happening. So, um, right, a few other things. I talked about Halri, I talked about that. Let's go back to Ishtar again. So, Ishtar, you know, you can see Ishtar's character over here. It's, what can I say? It's a lot more, I would say, a lot more haughtier. You know, like, you can see she's a bit full of herself. I'm comparing this to Babylonia Ishtar, like FGO Ishtar, Tosaka Rin Ishtar. And so, like, I remember reading somewhere or someone mentioning, I think, that, like Ishtar in mythology, Ishtar has a very, you could say, unlikable personality. you know from what I've seen, like she has a lot of things going on with her, and she has this like very like obviously she's very like overconfident. She's very like what is that word, like prideful, like all these things. And she that accompanying that is a very like is an attitude which kind of reflects that, so you can understand how she is. And I like I kind of read somewhere that apparently being summoned in the vessel that she has been summoned in Babylonia, which is Rin's vessel, kind of like calmed her down a little bit. So you can get that like attitude a little bit in Babylonia. You can see, like Ishtar has this whole like like prideful attitude and everything, but it's a lot more watered down, and she's a lot more likable, as being in Rin's vessel. And she at least like listens to other people and everything. That is Rin's personality coming out. There's also another thing which makes it very obvious that Rin's personality is more dominant in Babylonia is Ishtar's love for gems. If you know, Tosaka Rin loves gems, anything gems related. Like, and in Babylonia you can see like Ishtar loves gems. She was ready to just help Gilgamesh. You remembered, like with when Fujimaru and all of them brought them those, like loads of gems and everything. Um, yeah. So that again kind of I think proves how the vessel's like personality is more dominant. This situation, however, is different. In this situation, the vessel doesn't have a soul. This is a homunculus, as she said that this. So I think here Ishtar's personality, like the goddess Ishtar's personality, is way more dominant over here, and you can see a lot more of the goddess Ishtar's personality in this Ishtar than the Tosaka Rin Ishtar in Babylonia. In Babylonia, that was Rin mostly. You know, here this is like uh, the goddess Ishtar. Like so that kind of thing. Like this, we've seen this in multiple times. If you've played FGO, you'll see there's like a lot of pseudo servants over there. A lot of situations you can see like the dominant party is like the vessel. For example, another example is Jinako. Jinako and Ganesha. Like Jinako's personality is way more like dominant over there, and Ganesha's there. You can kind of see Ganesha sometimes, but like Ganesha's more suppressed. Jinako's personality is way more dominant there. There's a lot of other like examples like this. So here, I think like the Einsburn homunculus didn't have like a personality or whatever. That's why Ishtar's personality is way more dominant over here, and she's acting like this. Now we'll have to wait and see exactly what type of character she is, before I kind of form an opinion on her. Because how much I love Tosaka Rin and Ishtar Ereshkigal. So obviously since this is another version of Ishtar, I will be very like a little bit more like I'll have my eyes on this character way more than the others. Um, so yeah, I'll come to that judgment later, like what type of a character this is. This Ishtar is going to be. For now, she seems like like a what can I call her? Like a chaotic neutral type of character. That's what it seems like to me. But yeah, let's wait and see. Okay. I was wondering, there's an ornament on her hair. They kind of showed that ornament glowing a little bit a while ago. I do wonder what this is. We'll see. Also, her attacks and everything, you can see they're very much, like the arrow shooting and everything. It's just literally Ishtar's way of shooting. Um, those like multiple beam arrows and everything. But yeah. Anyways, I'm looking forward to more of her. We'll see. Now that was Ishtar and Haldi. Now let's talk about the other characters in today's episode. So um, oh, okay. Alcides. Let's talk about Alcides here. Alcides and the that guy. What was his name? The guy from the Scradio family. I've forgotten his name. Anyways, he saw a vision of Alcides in the Argo. You know, so okay. So he like he gets the vision of the Argo, and you can see there's like I'm guessing he was looking it from the perspective of Heracles over there or Alcides over there, because that's what happens. Like the master and the servants are connected, and we see Jason over here, right? And so now obviously like people who don't play FGO will probably not know his character, but Jason is a very interesting character. As in FGO, he has a very bad introduction. Like he had such a bad introduction that people wanted to like wanted to strangle him. I remember hating him as much as Shinji. Good lord, can you imagine? Shinji is the lowest of the low you can get to. But yeah, like then Lost Bell 5, he redeemed himself so much, and we got to know more of his character. And you can, if you will know that he absolutely worships Heracles. You know, like that's how much he likes Heracles, and Heracles also the same as well. I'm assuming, which we see here because here Heracles Alcides gets angry when he's like, you weren't even in the Argo. How dare you speak about him like that? You know, and yeah, and that's true because like yeah, like you cannot just base everything from just a dream. It's the same kind of thing where like in FGO when we initially got to know him, obviously he like every other character in the Type Moon franchise, he has a negative part and a positive part as well. His I guess you could say he's very similar to Gilgamesh in a way, because how we get to see the bad part of him at the very beginning, Gilgamesh and Jason, both of them, and then later on we are little by little we understood the person actually who the person actually is at its entirety. At which we understood that obviously he has a lot of things that he has done which is unforgivable and everything, but at the same time, like as a ruler or as a leader, ruler, by ruler I mean like a king, which I'm talking about Gilgamesh, and as a leader of the Argo, like the Argonauts, like I'm talking about Jason, they had so much quality that kind of, like I wouldn't say overpowers the negative aspects, because the negative aspects are still there within it, but it kind of highlights them as that character. Like I have a way more better like vision of Gilgamesh and understanding of Gilgamesh now that I've like consumed so many of the other Type Moon stuff, like like FGO, like I've seen like Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Fate, like all Hello Ataraxia, everything, most of the stuff. um so yeah, I understand Gilgamesh way more than someone who just probably has watched Fate Stay Night. And same with Jason as well. Like like Jason starts with a very negative way, but then later we get to know the parts that make him, you know him, like like the good parts. And that happens in a Lost Bell 5 Atlantis, right? Or was it Olympus? No, Jason wasn't there in Olympus. Atlantis. Yeah. Uh, I think so, right? Yeah. Yeah, Jason was there in Atlantis. So here, we get to see him again, and like Alcides says something very similar. Yeah, don't speak to him like about him like that when you don't even know him. At which he kind of apologizes. He's like, "I'm sorry. I'll not bring this topic up again." Right, and you can see he transformed the whole workshop into this weird looking thing, like with I'm guessing he did this with the mud or something, I don't know. So in the end, Hallie was like, "Oh, destroy the workshop," you know. Like that is your enemy, Berserker. Uh, so right, and there you go. That was that, and obviously Alcides got pissed off as soon as Philia was like, "Oh, I'm a goddess," and trigger word. He's like, "Goddess? How dare you?" Oh, and the FGO mobs. God damn it! All these creatures you see, they're all mob character enemies in FGO. You have to take them out to farm for mats and everything. Oh, but anyways, so yeah, so there you go. That was it for that part. Now let me talk about Richard and the others. Like we had a little bit of them as well in today's episode. So let's talk about that now. Richard, Assassin, and Sigma. That's his name. Sigma. Like they made an alliance. At the end, you can see because Sigma technically didn't join the alliance up until the end of today's episode. They were more like a ceasefire, as they said. But yeah. Okay, so oh no, wait. Another thing I forgot to mention before talking about Sigma and all that. I forgot to talk about Halri's, like the reason. So she was ready to sacrifice herself to summon uh, the thing, the servant. I'm guessing that is the reason why her servant ended up being so strong. Because she says like take my life, but destroy anything related to the mages, take everything from them. And I'm assuming Ishtar is the one who saved her life. She was like, oh, like back in the days, this was a thing, but sacrificing yourself for this. Yeah. Because you can see she's dying here, but then when Ishtar grabs her hand, she suddenly is like, oh, I'm fine. No, no wound, nothing. Um. So, okay. Now, the reason behind it is, as we saw in a flashback, her parents. So her parents died because of the mages. I'm guessing that's why she has this hatred for mages and all. Right. Okay. Anyways, so that's that. Now, okay, now let's move on to Sigma, like I was talking about. So Sigma, who's being contacted by Faldius. So Faldius already told him like, give me like information, give me like daily reports, this and that, blah blah blah, and he's asking for that. So he obviously doesn't mention anything because technically, like, what is he even going to say? Like, oh, by the way, I'm actually supposed to be the Lancer, and then I have summoned these Watcher class and the Shadow Servants along with them, who's keeping an eye on me, and I have to like overcome these trials and tribulations to become the true Lancer. Like, what even? Like obviously he cannot say all of that, so he had to make up a lie. So he's like, oh, by the way, my my servant is Charlie Chaplin. Okay, I was not expecting that. Like seriously, I would think like he said like Lancer Charlie Chaplin. How the hell is Charlie Chaplin a Lancer? Is it because of the stick? The stick that he has with him. Does that make him a Lancer? Maybe. I would say probably he is more of a pretender, maybe because he's a like he's an actor. He acts and a comedy and everything. Maybe that's why a pretender. In FGO class system wise, not this, not Fate Strange Fate. I'm not talking about Fate Strange Fate. Like in FGO class system wise, I would probably say that he is more suited to be a pretender. Uh, yeah. Other than that, I don't think. Oh no, wait. Maybe alter ego. No, 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 not pretender. Maybe alter ego. Yeah, that would be better. Pretender and alter ego both works, I think. Yeah. Anyways, uh, but yeah, he said Charlie Chaplin. I was like, wait, what? Chaplin who? Charlie Chaplin? Yep, Charlie Chaplin. That is crazy. I love how Faldis was also like, wait, what? Chaplin? Like, what are you talking about? Um, right. So there you go. So that's what he said, and then we had him interacting with obviously like Ayaka, Richard, And then Assassin also comes in. Assassin talks about how he's contacting someone, and Sigma says like, "Oh, this is my client." He was still keeping up a like a secret, like like keeping it a secret. But this changes later on because when Richard is like, "Oh, let's make an alliance first," and he's like giving his hand to him, and then later on you can see um he was ready to grab the hand, but then his the shadow servant, the pirate looking guy, he tells him Faldius is sending one of the guys, like, what do you call it, Thorn or something, to them. You really aren't trusted one bit, my boy. And as soon as he heard that, he was like, all right. So he decides to actually come clean to them, and I think this was the correct decision, because the thing is, like, he is keeping this like whole thing a secret, this whole Faldius interaction with him a secret, in front of them, who are generally trying to become allies with him. So he's lying for Faldius. So if Faldius himself doesn't trust him, so it's a bit weird, right? Like, you are lying for someone who doesn't even trust you, to a group of people who actually is trying to trust you. So instead of doing that, he was like, all right, let me just say what the whole situation is, and not keep anything or most of the things a secret. Obviously, he's still keeping his whole like thing a secret about the Watcher class and all that. That's still a secret. But at least the whole thing with Faldius is like, yeah, let me just come clean. He talks about that with Richard and everyone. And so technically now, he, I would say he's obviously he's not going to be against Faldius or anything, but he decided not to withhold any information to the people in front of him who are more likely to trust him than Faldius, who's keeping like tabs on him and keeping like like an eye on him and all that, and doesn't trust him in return. So instead of grabbing Richard's hand, he himself put his hands out as a way of good faith, like, yeah, like, I'm trusting you. I'm ready to divulge all this information. So everything he says is, here we go, let me read this part. My objectives are restful sleep and stable meals. I'll give you information. Holy Grail War has been set up by the United States government. My client is the one who sides with the states, one of the masterminds. Okay. This Holy Grail War has 13 sets of masters and servant. Wait, 13? Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. It would have been 14, but fake saber is missing. There's no fake saber. We have Richard, the true saber, I'm assuming. Right. My client is a type that wipes out allies once they're no longer of any use. There you go. So I want to have you to have a connection with you guys as well, using us as an insurance. And he's like, yeah, it's fine if you think of it like that. Don't trust me if you don't want to. I'll be utilizing you, you should utilize me as well. So yeah, he's basically like, yeah, like, the guys that I'm working with, they don't trust me, and they'll probably just take me out when my job is done. So I'd rather give you this information and keep a connection with you guys as well, so that just in case they come for me, I can side with you guys. And he was very frank about it. He literally told them that, yeah, that's what's happening. And Richard was like, okay, I'll trust you. Right. And there you go. That was the thing. Now, Francesca sent herself or himself to intervene in this whole like situation, as you can see. And right, wait a minute. And while all of that was happening, we have Jester coming in contact with Tsubaki. So that's another thing. We still do not know what the identity of the Tsubaki servant is, the rider. But it looks like rider is something that is related to uh, dreams and maybe death or something. So, like he brings in creatures from the real world into this dream world, and these things that come to the dream world, they kind of die or become like zombified in the real world, as we saw. The same thing happened with her mom and dad, right? Because they also have those marks. So yeah, we still don't know the identity, but it's something like that. Either way, wait, also they call him the cavalry man or something. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I don't think I should search this because I might get spoiled. Okay, either way, let's wait and see. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That was another thing that we saw today. Is there anything else left to discuss today? No, I think that's it. Right. So we have an alliance with Sigma, Richard, Assassin, Enkidu. You know, we have that alliance. We have a new character joining us, Halri, and then we have Philia. We have Halri's servant. They are beefing with Alcides and his master, and then we have uh, Francesca stopping them from taking each other out. Um, yeah, I think that is it. There you go. Now, one last thing I'm going to do here. I'm going to try to count. So, from the fake, like the fake servants, I'm just going to call them that. Um, we don't have a saber because saber don't exist in the fake version, at least. So okay, so archer is Alcides, lancer is Enkidu. Then we have no. Okay, I'm mixing things up again. Archer is Gilgamesh. Lancer is fake the fake version. Archer is Gilgamesh. Lancer is Enkidu, and then we have assassin is supposed to be the assassin, the one connected to the old man. Uh, Rider is that rider, Tsubaki's servant. Caster, wait, who's Caster? Caster. Am I forgetting someone? Wait a minute. Okay, Berserker is Jack the Ripper. Caster, who's Caster? Wait a minute. Uh, oh, what the hell? Wait. No, there is a caster. I'm just forgetting. Who am I forgetting in this cast? I'm forgetting someone. I just cannot. What? Okay, what the hell is going on? Wait a minute. Oh, right. It's yeah. I needed to look at the freaking the characters, uh, pictures. So yeah, it's that guy, the one who is connected to Orlando. He's the caster, right? Yeah, the one who apparently is some sort of an author. So he is a caster. There you go. That's the fake version. True version, the true ones. Richard is a saber. Archer is Alcides. Lancer is this guy Sigma. Then we have Rider is Hippolyta. Uh, okay, Assassin is the one who has summoned been Faldius. Uh, Rider, okay. Caster is Francesca. She herself said it today. And then the Berserker is Halri's servant. Yeah, okay, so we have met everyone, I think. Yeah. Alright. There's no other character. Now, there are a few deviations from this. For example, the whole Ishtar situation, I still don't understand what's going on over there. Like, what was she summoned separately? Why did he get summoned? All these things, don't know. Then we have also the Watcher situation. That's also a deviation as to what's going on. Yeah, so these two are like the major deviations, I think. Was there any other deviations? No, I think these two are the main ones. Right. Okay. So there you go. We have everyone, I think. Right. Now all that is left is to see them see them fight. And just go ham, I guess. Let's see what happens. So yeah, there you go. That was it. That was my reaction to Fate Strange Fake episode number 7. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.